if we're being real, this is what the morning looks like. It ain't cute. Hey guys. Okay. Woo, my eyes just started watering. Just like that. So, what is going on? Anyway, it's October 24th. November is rapidly approaching. In fact, today's Monday, October 24th. Next Monday is Halloween. Happy Halloween early if we don't talk between now and then. I mean, I will be talking, but you don't tune in. So, tune in. I don't know, like it's a TV show. Anyway, so here we are. But November's coming and I have a lot of stuff planned. Like November, I'm hoping to be settled in and on some sort of a path. And I didn't just leave that up to chance. I sat down, made a really involved, incredibly big plan, and I'm planning on sticking to it. Which I guess is how you start off with every plan and then whatever. But I'm not gonna let whatever. Somehow this is gonna work out. And I made it really, really clear for myself and for how I see it happening. So I'm going to share some of those things with you. I did want to let you know, like I mentioned, that I have a whole bunch of like vlog type clips, foods and miscellaneous stuff. I'm going to stick those at the end of this video. So it's kind of like this is my plan coming up. And that's the crap that doesn't really fit anywhere because I didn't finish vlogging the days. If you're interested, it'll be there. So a lot of you guys know I'm into art. I do some lettering. I do some little doodles. My goal, and I've had people ask me about making coloring sheets and a coloring book, and that is my goal, is to get to that point. I get really hung up at the reproduction part of artwork, like paintings. It's the funniest thing because it's like, I'll have a couple of paintings, everybody's like, that's really nice, nobody's really interested in, which is fine. I paint for my soul. But then I'll have a painting that not just one person wants, because then I'd sell it to them, but like everybody wants that one. Everybody wants that one. And so I'm like, well, I can make a print, but I have no idea how to make a print of a canvas. None. And I have no idea how to, like, in a very high quality way, make a coloring book for you guys. But I will work on it. If you're interested in the scriptural doodles, let me know. If you're interested in just doodles or happy day doodles or whatever, inspirational doodles, let me know, because I will work on that. And I actually don't get a lot of feedback here on those things. I usually get it on Facebook, but I'm just saying. Anyway, so because these are challenges and ideas that I got from other people all over the internet, and I will be scanning these and putting them on my website. I can't think of what it's called. Blog. Boom. There's the word. It's like a clog. And I couldn't think of blog. Anyway, that was horrible. So up first, doodling and lettering, just to keep me going. And this is by a Dawn Nicole person. I just searched 30-day doodle challenge for November. And I think this is actually last year's, and I think she does one monthly. So might be a different one this year, but this is the one I'm going with. You doodle the odd days and you letter it on the even days. So like number 1 says basket, so you're doodling a basket. And number 2 says cozy nights. 3, cornucopia, drawing a cornucopia. 4, dreamer, so you're lettering dreamer. Okay. So I have that, and that is really, I have always approached art the way I've approached life, which is pretty much just very intuitively and just to kind of do it. But I really know that I have to get some sort of focus if I'm going to try to generate any sort of income with my art. Now, my goal is not to art for income. It's to income off of the art that I just do because it makes me happy. However, I've had customs, like people have asked for custom paintings, and I did a custom cake topper just recently, and a couple of, 2 years ago, I was doing a little bit more of it. And I almost immediately, the moment I say, yes, I'll do it, I shut down creatively and I just cannot make anything happen because I don't work very well from like a caged in place. And two things I think that would make that better is one, that when I'm talking to somebody about what they want, I ask them to be open to my artist view and my thoughts and ideas. That would work. And I think 90% of the time, the people are totally fine with completely abandoning their idea for what I think is going to work better. But my problem is I wait until the deadline and then I don't have time to make those changes or let them be comfortable with them. So I'm feeling like if I can create a situation where I'm getting used to art as a discipline with just little doodles, just little daily exercises, then I'll be better at like art as a discipline / job. So that's it, 30-day lettering and doodle challenge. That's going to happen every day. Then I have a November journal prompts, and this came from Elizabeth McNair of Life of Lovely. I've never checked out that blog. I searched for a November journal prompt. That's what I did, and I'm going to use it to blog. So here it is. It's just your goals for this month. What don't you share? There's 2, 3, a reason to celebrate, and so on and so on. And so that is what I'm going to be doing. Every day I'm blogging at least a paragraph. This came because my daughter, my oldest, she's taking sophomore classes this year, and they have a lot of writing due, a lot going on. And one of the things that they have us do, and I've talked to you guys about it, is that they're like, okay, you as the parent, since they are homeschooled, you as the parent have to be their sounding board, have to help them like they would be, you know, if you're in high school and your teacher's like, okay, bust into groups with the 4 people around you and work it out. And you all just kind of like flow and have ideas. As the parent, because the child does not have that, you have to kind of be that. So it's their brain. She does the research. She does the ideas. She has all that. But because I've been in that space with her, I realized how little I write lately. And I truly write very little. And I love to write. And then that caused me to go back through some of my old writings and some of my old blogs. And I got really like sad because I miss it and inspired to start again. But there's always that like stuff is nuts here. Like, what do? Well, what you do is you make yourself a journal prompt. A drawing, doodle, lettering prompt and a journal prompt, because that is what's going to help when, and I don't even plan on being like, well, when I can't think of something, I'm going to go to the prompts. I'm going to the prompts daily. And if they spawn something else, and if someplace is like, I go somewhere else with it, that's awesome. But I am sticking to this because I want, again, to do it like a discipline, to just create more of a structure with it. So that's my plan. Finally, as far as art and writing and stuff, we are hoping to go in a direction of permaculture, which is basically like living with the land. That is not new. It is not from the Washington Parish Fair. It is not just because all of a sudden I love cows, which is not all of a sudden. I've wanted a cow forever. I'm sure some of these videos mention it. It's just that when I met those cows, I was like transformed. But anyway, so we're always reading about like what's in season and what should we plant. It is really bright. The sun just came out from behind the tree over there. It's crazy, but let's see if I can like actually show you what's happening over there out the window. It's like crazy bright. Well, the window needs to be cleaned, like on the outside, but I can't do that. Look, that's our well, but I can't do that because why can't I do that? Oh, because we're off the ground. I can't reach those windows at all. And the last time I tried to get on a ladder, like to do something, not like paint inside, Amber was like, absolutely not. Get off that effing ladder because you're about to fall. What? Like I'm clumsy? Okay, anyway. So, being what's in season and everything, we are still very, very, very much in the learning phase of things. So we are still very, 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 very much like just discovering what should we plant, what's going to be in season, what's going to be at the farmers markets, what can I start thinking about making for food and stuff like that, right? Okay. And that is where this list came from. So it is They don't have a name on this one, so I can't give anybody credit. I did not make this list. But it's what's in season in November. And then it says this will depend on time of month and where you live, clearly. Now down here, we're pretty, even though we're starting to get chilly, we are pretty warm. There's a lot of farmers markets and stuff around, so you can get a lot of these things. Apples, artichokes, arugula, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. So that's what's on here. Sweet potatoes, Swiss chard, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But I printed this to do a daily drawing, which means I'm going to sketch it and then watercolor it / color pencil it. And I feel like that's a really fun way to not only have a little bit of art, but also get a little bit more in tune with what's going to be going around in November and what's out there and available. So that I kind of created a daily drawing challenge for myself. Okay, again, like I said, all of these will be on my blog. I am currently blogging. I don't blog very much right now. That's going to change. But currently blogging on triggerhappyhousewife.com. I think, however, this is big. This is big, and it's stuck in here at 11 minutes, but it's big. I think I'm going to be importing all of my old blogs, putting them all in one place and starting fresh and new. I don't know. I can't guarantee, but that is what my brain is telling me I am probably going to do. And I'm super excited because Amber has expressed, just like she said she'd be in more videos, she was like, and the kids are like, we'll do more videos with you. I'm like, what? This is awesome. This can turn into a family channel. Sorry. And Amber was like, yeah, I'll do videos with you. I'm like, yay. They are also interested in writing. So it might turn into like a family blog, like posts from everybody. That makes me really excited. Look for a lot of how-tos or like, this is how I am, or we're going to try this how-to together from Amber. She's very like informational. But anyway, so that's what's going on. And I think that that's going to be, I actually started a blog about a year and a half ago for more natural, earthy type things. Like when I started to do the whole cloth menstruation pads and Luna cups and stuff, like those kind of things, menstruation cups. So I think it's going to be that blog, and I think that everything's going to be there. If you want to go all the way back to like 2004 when I started my very first blog, I think if I can figure out how to sign into that blog to take it all, even that's going to be there. Everything is going to be in one place, which is pretty wild and pretty bizarre, but gonna happen. All right, so finally, the final thing, and this is like the big thing, and that's with these 3 things included, is I printed out my November calendar. Art every day, it's important. Gym, walk. This is an hour-long walk that I do. Anytime you see this black walk, that's an hour-long walk. 1 minute, 1 mile. That's like an indoor Leslie Sansone mile. Gym, 2 mile. Like I have something every day. Even if it's like a mile is literally 15 minutes. So it's like the gym, I'll probably spend between 45 minutes and an hour there. A walk is an hour, like a black walk that you see is an hour. But a mile is about 15 minutes of hanging out and walking around. So that's, there's at least 15 minutes of activity on every day. Most of them stay around 30 minutes, and then there's some bigger ones. So that's going on. I do have, in November, this Thursday, I have the dentist appointment to get this crown put on and these 3 fillings done. And then I have the dentist 2 more times in November, and then I'm done for the year until I go get that root canal done in January, which is pretty cool. I do have ovo-lacto veggie diet. I want to be ovo-lacto by then. I do not want to be eating the corpses of, and I understand everybody's gonna have an opinion on these things, but like chicken, turkey, cow, I don't want to be eating those things. I I am pretty sure it's going to be ovo-lacto veggie. I might wind up doing some crawfish or shellfish or some fish. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going pescatarian or what. I don't know. Uh, but I definitely want to be off of meat for all of November. I understand that there's Thanksgiving in there. I get it. I don't know. My goal is not to be like, oh my God, did you cook this with chicken? Stock. It's more just to be conscious and to try to make better choices and to feel good about them. And I actually kind of have to be careful anyway with what I eat because of the soy allergy. That is the biggest one because that is in everything. Because I can say, does that have shrimp? And somebody can say, no, absolutely not. It doesn't have shrimp. Great, we're great. But if I say, does that have soy? They say, no, absolutely not. It doesn't have soy. And they don't even realize that the non-stick spray that they use that said 100% canola oil is soy. They don't realize that the 95% of the ingredients they put in have soy on them or in them. Like, it's a whole big thing. So really being simple and prepping most of my food myself is the best way to go about things because I wind up actually avoiding soy and not feeling like crap at the end of the day and possibly for 2 or 3 days. And if I'm going to be working out as much as I want to be working out and moving my body has to feel good. That's just how it is. So we have that. It does say vlog, 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 because even though I don't have any particular thing, telling me I don't have a vlog challenge, what I don't want, what I've never really been good at is to keep the vlogs going when I'm doing other stuff and to keep other stuff going when the vlog's going. When I blog, I don't vlog. When I vlog regularly, I tend not to write a lot or to draw a lot. When I'm drawing and arting, I want to do it all. I want to figure out a way to do it all. Even if they can't all be 100%, then I want them to be in a balance because all of these things make me feel happy. So when I'm doing really good with this, but I'm missing that, I don't feel happy. And so I'm really hoping that I can get 100% made up of nice amounts of all of them. That's the goal. That's all the goal is. And then at the very bottom, something I have not mentioned yet, read. It says 10 minutes, but actually I want to do 10 pages. 10 pages a day. If you read 10 pages a day, that is 3,650 pages a year, and that's 10 to 12 average size books. Now, if you're reading bigger books, that's fine. That'll make less books, but more in-depth ones. But anyway, so I really want to do that because I love to read, and I don't do it that often. 10 pages of reading a day. That's the goal. If it causes more, great. If not, whatever. Here's the thing. The reading is going to make my arting better and my writing better. Reading increases all of that. So I'm really looking forward to those things. I am super stoked to hit November hard. I do not plan on just hanging out like a lump for the rest of the week just because it's not November yet. I do want to start easing into these things, but it doesn't matter what's going on by the time November starts, it's on. So, yay.
Breakfast is egg scramble with some green onions, some lion mane's mushroom, which is sauteed, and a little bit of that scardalia sauce stuff on the side. This parking lot was completely empty, and now it is totally full. A whole bunch of other stuff.
So in those clips that you just now saw, that was actually the very first farmers market that I showed you guys maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was completely different, which is something to mention because you can't, that's okay. I think it's fantastic. I love to shop at the farmers markets because the fruits and veggies you get are amazing, but you can't actually depend on them, which is kind of weird because I was so excited. I drove 25 minutes to get there, packed the kids up, we went, it was fantastic. And then they were probably literally 100 times more crowded. And there was only one veggie guy there, and it was a bunch of other stuff. And I understand that that's not always the case for everywhere. This particular place, it is that way. There's another place where it's pretty consistent. You can get some veggies. Also, what I'm learning is that you can follow the farms around here on Facebook, and they will tell you, like, this week, this is all we have, and this is what we're taking to this market. And next week, we're hoping to have this, this, and this at this market. So I did want to mention that if you're starting to look around for your local farmers markets or whatever, it is a learning process. I am still learning. I am by no means an expert, but I have found that most places are now abandoning websites and going to Facebook, where it's easy to keep in touch with people and to answer questions. And if I can figure out the name of the farm, they generally have a Facebook where I can check in and make sure they're going to be where I want them to be. There's one farm though that it was at the first place. They had the best tomatoes. They had the best, they had the orange tomatoes. They had the best little pickling cucumbers. They were absolutely the best. They were amazing. They are by far my favorite farm, and I have yet to find them again, so I don't know their name. And everybody asks, like, maybe you're talking about so-and-so, maybe you're talking, and I'm not. So kind of out of luck until I find them again, but I will find them. And then I will follow them on Facebook, and I'll never let them go.
Monday morning. I am having my iced coffee, and that's both coffees in one jar. No ice though. I mean, it came out the fridge, so it's iced cold coffee, but no ice because I particularly did not want to water it down. And I'm having a fig. I'm actually probably gonna have 2 figs. Dudes, this is the best. Like, this is my favorite food, I believe, is fig. This is not a fig. This is a date. I am saying the wrong word. Date is my favorite type of food. I swear to you, it is so sweet. It's like eating cookie dough. It's the best. It is the best. I was at a loss of what I wanted for, like, breakfast, and then I found this watermelon, so I'm pretty excited. I also remembered that I have like English crumpet type thing, so I do actually have a bread type thing that I can have soy free and everything else, which means I can kind of follow the plan I have. So I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff together in the Ninja, blended it up. It's chickpeas, cumin, a little bit of tahini, scadalia, and green onions with a little bit of the chickpea juice. And I made like a spread, and I have it on a crumpet, and I'm having that plus a tomato for lunch. I found that one of our tomatoes had this little spot on it, probably from being moved around yesterday. So I'm gonna have him instead for lunch. And I gotta tell you guys, these are like mass produced, not locally farmed. They're in Alabama. And the guy who prepped the bags didn't have any tomatoes, and since there were no other vegetable vendors, I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and get the tomatoes. They are nowhere near as good. It is sad to eat produce farmed this way after you eat the fresh produce. Seriously. This is the lion's mane mushroom cooking, and I swear, you guys, it smells like crab, and it's a lot like, it's crazy, but I'm about to scramble some eggs into it for breakfast. I am basically just gonna keep this like this and let it kind of cook solid and then flip it. I'm not gonna scramble it any further than that. And then when it's done, I'm gonna top it with some scadalia and eat it just like that. So there it is. That is my breakfast. And it's 2 eggs beaten with the lion's mane mushroom and some green onions and topped with about a tablespoon of scadalia. A crumpet and some chickpea salad for lunch. pasta and red sauce. Just found this guy on my green onions. They were in my kitchen. And all of a sudden today they were looking kind of brown and sad, and now we see why. It is about 7 o'clock in the morning and we're starting our day. The banana is making hot coffee. And it is 47 degrees outside. It's cold. It's chilly. I don't know. It felt cold-ish, and then it felt just chilly, but then it felt cold. I don't know how to explain it. We actually have the little fireplace going. We're drinking hot coffee. I'm celebrating like it's wintertime because it won't last long. Pineapple, mango, and cantaloupe breakfast. Ruby, hey baby. Having some coffee with the animals. Hey guys, so I have a face painting job today. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Watch what happens when I move my hand. What? Okay. So anyway, so I'm going to do this face painting job. It's in my old parish where I used to live. So it's been a bit of a drive. I had some dates. They are right here. I had a serving of dates. I had that fruit earlier today, and my coffee, and I just got a blueberry banana almond milk smoothie. I'm gonna have this, head to the party, and get things done.